The fourth base is going to come up, and I'm wondering if Midas knows about it or not. I don't think he does, because if he did, he would probably be running up there with his vultures right now to try to stop it. So he is trying to do a run-by into the main. I don't think it's going to be successful. A lot of Dragoons here, nicely placed Dragoons, are going to take down these vultures before too many probe kills happen. The Midas going in, trying to do a little bit of scouting with that vulture, get a couple of pot shots on the probe line. I'd say Midas has a slight disadvantage at this point because that fourth base is up, and it's going to be running soon for Tester. And Tester dropping some more Dark Templar behind the base here, and there's nothing to defend again. So it looks like Midas is going to have to bring in his his vultures here, lay some mines. I'm not sure if he even has any mines left. Takes out that Dark Templar, but he's just running out of scan, and he's running out of turrets there behind his base. New base is up and running. This is the first person perspective of Midas. Midas is finally going up there, and he's going to scout that new expansion. Presumably, well, looks like he is finally going up there now. He's running his vultures all over the place here. And he still hasn't spotted that new expansion. But I think he does suspect something. He's throwing down mines, and he does see the expansion now, so he's going to be able to go up there with tanks and hopefully take it down. But there's a lot of Dragoons out, and he's going to have trouble getting through that middle, I think. Okay, looks like a ton more factories coming out, and we're seeing Arbiter Tech. So Arbiters are going to be out shortly for Tester. He has a very big army, so this is probably a good choice, good tech choice. Cloak that army and keep Midas wasting that scan. And now he's going to try to take down this series of pyramids. And with this big of an army, it probably won't take too long. There are a lot of layers on that pyramid, but yeah, I think he will be able to take this down if he commits himself to it. And Midas, it looks like, isn't going to know about this at all, so I'm not sure how he's going to deal with this. He didn't put a supply depot down there by the pyramid, so he's not going to see that pyramid being destroyed. He better send out a scout soon. Looks like he is finally sending his barracks out, and that barracks is going to be able to spot this. But I'm not sure what Midas is going to do about it. He'll have to put up a couple of tanks. And it looks like he's bringing his entire army to the middle right now. He's got a couple Goliaths here, so he's going to try to take out those observers. And Tester is still committing to this. He's going to test. Very nice name for him. Tester is testing Midas at this point. Trying to get Midas to move out and save that pyramid, I think. But Midas is staying his ground. He is trying to hold the front with a ton of tanks. And it looks like, okay, I think he might be moving out now. There's a lot of troops swinging around. It looks like he's going to try to come in from behind to take out this rogue group. Ooh, this is going to be devastating for Tester. A lot of Dragoons going down there, and Tester has to run his butt off to get back here. He's going to have to wait for Arbiters to come out before he even thinks about taking on that large of an army. That was a huge tank army, so Midas has been macroing up very nicely. Been saving all of his units. And another base going up for Tester, so Tester going to try to get a huge economic advantage. And Midas is being very reluctant to move out here. He has a huge army, so I'm not sure what he's waiting for. I think he could take out what Tester has right now if he moved. Tester trying to go in and do a little bit of harass, but it didn't work out too well for him with his mines there. Arbiters coming out from 2 Stargates, so this could hurt Midas a lot since he has a ton of tanks, and he seems to be clumping his tanks a lot, so that's very, very susceptible to stasis. Once Tester gets it out, you see he has his first Arbiter out, and once that Arbiter has enough energy, it's going to be able to stasis these tanks very easily. Look at that clump. Protoss players love to see a clump of tanks, and that means either storm or stasis, and either way, it works out well. Midas moving in. He has so many tanks here, so he's just trying to push in, do what he can. Looks like Tester isn't paying attention to his Dragoons. He lets a few run into that field of tank fire. And it looks like there is a storm drop here, and that 2 High Templar are morphing now into an Archon. going to do even more harassment. It looks like Midas, either he doesn't know about it or there's nothing he can do about it. But now there is an Arbiter out, and this Arbiter, these cloaked units are doing massive damage to Midas's army. Midas does fight it off, though. I'm sure he did a scan or something in there to fight that off. It looks like this his main is going to be harassed by an Archon. Archon harass, very rare. And okay, it's going to be up to Tester to keep those Arbiters safe. He's got to use those Arbiters to maximum capacity here to break out of this contain. He's going to have to get stasis everywhere. He's letting his Arbiter take a lot of damage here. He's got to be so careful. And Midas is still scanning, so Tester's really got to fall back here and be careful. He's got to wait for stasis to research. But here comes the science facility for Midas, so Midas is going to have science vessels out to deal with the Arbiters soon enough. There won't be any recalls coming. I think one of the big factors here is that Tester, all of his bases have gone pretty much unharassed here. He has a new base down there at the 5 o'clock position that's doing well. I think it's gone unharassed completely. So if he gets a big enough economic advantage here, he will be able to hold this off. Midas is, I think, building more command centers of his own. This is going to be, this is going to be an epic battle in the middle because Midas, his army is humongous. He's going in now. He's going to have to scan there and get rid of these troops. I think that Tester is going to, there comes the first stasis. Only on 3 tanks, though. I think he needs to find a better grouping of tanks. But it looks like he is doing a pretty good job. Has a nice group of zealots there to break through. Getting a lot of nice tank kills. Tester needs to get a huge army out here to deal with this because Midas's army is enormous. Here comes a shuttle for another harass, it looks like. He's going to try to stop some of that mining so he can get even bigger economic advantage. There's a Dragoon and a Zealot. It's a very interesting drop there. It looks like there are a lot of Arbiters out here, so Midas, I'm not sure how well he's going to be able to fend this off. He is scanning, and not sure. Oh man, nice stasis there. Caught a lot of tanks in that one. So he looks like Tester might be able to fight through this if he can bring in some backup troops. You see his Dragoons are being decimated here, but here come the Zealots. The Zealots are the real deciding factor in PvT, so they can draw all the mines into the tanks and take out the tanks easily because siege tanks can't deal with Zealots. Looks like Midas is actually losing a big chunk of his army. I'm not sure how his army got smaller than it was. It was very large there for a while. It looks like Midas is shelling this expansion up here at the 2 o'clock position. So he is going to be able to take that down at least. He's definitely going to have to do something here to get back in this game. Both guys, I'd say, are pretty dead even at this point, though. Let's see, Tester going in, losing that shuttle. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. He's trying to transfer drones, but Midas is doing a good job of taking out the probes. Not drones. And the Wraith out. Oh, nice recall into the main here. So I'm not really sure why Midas switched to Wraiths there, but he's taking out another base. This is kind of a grudge match now because it looks like the main is going to go down. Midas, I'm not sure, has enough at home to deal with it. The 2 o'clock base is going down. The 5 o'clock base is going to go down. So it looks like this is going to be tough for Tester to get back in this game. He has Arbiters out still, but his army is just, I think, a little bit too small. He's got to group a larger army before he thinks about moving out. He's still taking out these tanks, doing a good job there, just trying to break Midas's attention. Takes out the command center at the main, takes out a lot at the main. That main is completely destroyed.